Hey guys, Salty and Pepper here, and today we watched.
The Watchers.
Yeah, so we were watching The Watchers.
Watchers.
The new M. Night
It's,
Shyamalan?
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan.
But the problem is, you had me thinking that that's it. It's not him. I think it's his daughter. It's not his name.
Oh, is it not?
It is not. At the end of it, I was like, okay, wait a minute.
I saw the name Shyamalan.
Yeah, no, it's a woman's name, so I think it is his daughter, which is you've been telling me that it was him. It's not him.
Well, it said from M. Night Shyamalan in all the trailers.
What is happening? What is this place? I don't mean to scare you, but we haven't much time.
Maybe it didn't.
So The Watchers is a supernatural thriller, I guess you would call it.
Shauna Night Shyamalan. So it's his daughter.
So I Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, I was kind of confused, but then when I saw the
Maybe he's a producer of the movie.
could be.
So it's a supernatural thriller about a mystical forest in Western Ireland where when people go in, they disappear. And then this follows a young girl who has to go through the forest on an errand, and how she ends up in the thing that makes people disappear. Which if you've seen the trailer, you know it's like a box with a glass window that's one-way glass, and there's something out there in the woods that likes to watch people in this box, but if you're outside the box at night, they kill you. Which honestly didn't make any sense, and they never really explained. I mean, there's some bits of it that they explain well, like where the box came from, they explain well. Why the monsters in the woods would want to kill people, I think they explain well. But they don't explain well why they leave them alone and watch them or applaud them or any of that stuff. That doesn't really seem to gel to me. What did you think?
I think they explained why they watched them. I didn't understand the applauding. That made no sense. But they explained it very well, in my opinion. As far
Well,
as
they
why
just say that they're
okay, well, let's not.
I'm not going to do spoilers, but they just say they're compelled to. But that's all the explanation you really get.
No, that's not true.
I mean, we know the purpose of it. I don't know. I guess.
I think they explained it. It makes perfect sense to me why they were watching them.
So it's. I would say this. I don't think it's a bad movie, but I think that it suffers from some serious pacing issues. It felt to me like it was. I don't know how long it actually was, but it felt like it was about a half hour longer than it needed to be, because it just like, if the entire movie was centered around the box in the woods, okay, but then there's like two other plots that happen that aren't about the box in the woods, and it makes the movie feel a little disjointed and a little too long to me. I think you could have tightened it up.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So it does have an interesting ending. Not quite the Sixth Sense level of twist, but there is a twist at the end. I'll be honest, I predicted, I didn't say anything to you, but I predicted in my head what's a variant of the twist, like about 5 minutes into the movie.
Yeah, well, once they got to the box and they started interacting, then
yeah, it was like, oh, okay, so this is what's going to happen. Yeah. And I was right. It happened slightly different than I expected.
Yeah,
but it just, but it did happen.
Yeah.
However, that aside, it's an interesting sci-fi fantasy concept that I could see, because I noticed that, I don't remember if it's in the trailers for this or the trailers for the other Shyamalan film that's coming out in a few weeks, The Trapped.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them said in the universe of M. Night Shyamalan.
I didn't know so.
Or in the world of M. Night Shyamalan, something like that. Okay. And so I'm wondering if they're trying to set up another Unbreakable type series of films. In which case, the things that we're introduced to in The Watchers could be a very interesting element of a future film.
Yeah.
Like, that the person you see in the last shot of this film, her and her pals could be a very interesting, thing to have to deal with in a future film.
Yeah.
So trying not to give any spoilers. But the pacing issues did really drag it down to me. I enjoyed it, but I really feel like they needed to either really shorten the amount of time they were in the box and keep the movie flowing, or cut out some of the stuff after the box to just have a tight ending as soon as they leave the box.
I agree with that completely.
Yeah. So what are we going to put it on our scale of 100? I'm thinking like 55, 60 maybe.
Yeah, I would say 60.
All right.
I think it was pretty interesting, but yeah, they did drag it out too.
Yeah. So 60 on the critic list score, and so you can check, by the way, our critic list page is in the link below. And so yeah, if you like this type of movie, and I mean, look at the trailer, that's what you're going to get. That's the type. The trailer is not misleading. It's a suspense film. It's not a horror slasher film. And if you like that kind of thing, it's a pretty decent one.
Yeah.
All right. So until next week, when we go see the bad boys collecting Social Security or something, we will talk to you later.